So it's really fascinating, actually. There have been studies that have shown actually that women don't need men sperm. They don't need it.
Oh
We
my
actually can
God.
we can reproduce from mice sperm. We don't need this. Listening to this conversation, and I want to thank you also for allowing me into this conversation, because I also know that part of this is not my space. But as a person who lives in a predominantly cultured place, I feel called to join the conversation in where I'm allowed. Yeah, and I'm open to respectful conversation. I love it. I love the conversation that's happening. I just want to say that regardless of anything face value, I believe that like women, being the sole proprietors of I mean, bitch, we've got fucking portals between our legs. The fact that men can come on here and speak in terms of really shutting this down for women is not right. And I'm actually trying to like understand what's actually even happening in the conversation.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
So yeah,
Let me ask you
I'm here
this.
to listen. I'm here to learn. I want to speak up when I feel as such, but
Let me ask you this.
yeah.
Listen, how likely do you think it is that a woman who gets in a relationship with a man may get cheated on?
What do I mean, that's the question is, I don't know the percentage, but what I believe for a man to cheat on a woman or vice versa is let them fucking know. Let them know if you are
No,
having
but
thoughts.
but listen. I need to. Listen. I want to ask you about what you think. What your reality is. How likely do you think it on a scale of 1 to 10? How likely do you think it is that a woman who gets in a relationship today, within the span of 3 years, what do you think the likelihood is that he's going to step out once or twice?
I can only speak from my personal relationships.
Well, never
The men
mind then,
that I
because
have
we
decided
don't
to
speak in
be with.
isolated incidences here. I'm talking about what you see going on in the world, not you.
That's exactly what I'm explaining. From my perspective, the relationships that I have been in, I have seen that at 0%. So for me specifically, in my experiences, I see it at 0%.
But I want
Now,
everybody to know this.
I'm
Everybody, there's
seeing
a couple of them who already know. We don't speak in isolated. It
This
doesn't
is
do
what I
anyone any
mean
good.
about the semantics,
It
Stacy.
doesn't do any
yeah,
good for us to
and
speak in
that's the thing.
isolated
It's like it's not
incidences.
about
Listen,
semantics.
hold on,
Like,
hold on.
okay,
Even
I'm
when they come
listening.
up with
I'm listening.
cures for diseases, they don't go take one thing. They need to test dozens and dozens and dozens of mice because they can't just test one mouse, and it's not enough data. That's why we never speak in terms of,
You
well,
want you
I
want
can
to
only
know
speak for
something
me.
really
But
fascinating about the studies of mice and women and men? Can I explain something to you really quickly
does it
if you're
pertain to the topic?
yes, it does. So it's really fascinating, actually. There have been studies that have shown actually that women don't need men sperm. They don't need it.
Oh my God.
We can reproduce from mice sperm. We don't need this. So the fact of the matter of like whatever this like
Would you want to
cheating
produce
dynamic
with a
Why would you
is,
mouse?
want my
is
sperm inside
irrelevant.
of you
We
and
don't
you're a
we
human?
don't need them. We don't need them. That's all it's saying. And
Why
as
would you
and
not
a
want a
woman to a
man to
woman,
get you pregnant? That's natural. Why would you not want that enjoyment? Why would you not want the whole bit?
I
Why would you
love
not
the
want the looks?
enjoyment of
Why would you not
sexual
want the dating? Why
encounters.
would you not want the deep
This
voice?
thing
Why
just
would
went
you not want
crazy real
any of that? See,
fast.
your part, They
Yeah,
you
yeah,
came
and
up
I
here,
love
posted in
it.
the
Yeah,
you
and
you
that's
came
the thing.
you came up here They was like, give you her a
And
minute
the
up
thing,
here with and that she gonna
yeah,
white lose her skin, shit. pretending that you didn't know what you was doing. And then when you got up here, you start spewing that
The
feminism
feminist
bullshit.
move.
It's what you did.
I
Okay,
call them
That's
as
what you
I
nosebleeds,
hear
did.
to be
you and
honest.
I understand you. All I'm saying is that like we as physiological beings, as women, don't need them.
No, sweetie. That's why we're in the
But hold
trouble
on,
we're in
Hold on,
now.
Rhonda. Rhonda, hold on.
I
including
hear
mice.
you.
Listen,
I hear
Hannah,
you.
let me ask you
I
this.
am
What? Hold on,
a
Hannah.
understander of
Hannah, I'm
the
talking.
white
Hold on.
race. Yes, I'm listening. Yes, I'm
Well, you
listening.
can't listen and talk at the same time.
Okay, I'm listening now. Sure.
Listen, when 5 or 6, you told me you live in a predominantly cultured area, which means there's blacks in there too. Um,
80,
when some of those
83%
cultured
Hispanic. I
people
live in
are
a
stand,
border town.
I'm hold on. When some of those multicultural people are standing outside your door and they're prying the door in and they're about to get in, who do you want the cops to send when you call them? The mice or their men?
You
You don't
know,
understand that part, do you?
yeah, I do. No, I understand what you're asking me. And I've been in scenarios where I have
You
stood with
kicked
a,
the ass, didn't you? You beat the hell out of 6 men, didn't you?
well, sometimes I do, but not yesterday, not today. But I've been in situations where I have been faced with the reality that people other than the way that I look experience. And I know that
Hold on,
I
you're not answering my question. You're not.
oh, what was the
You
question? I'm
basically said
sorry.
because of mice, you guys don't need men. You can't survive without men.
This is the first I'm hearing of
I
this
so
statement
I'm a
ever.
so I am I'm a paganist. I'm an animist, and I have studied Hermetics. And in Hermeticism, there is a strong belief of the unification of men and women. I am a strong believer in that and the unification of those things. However, as a woman who has birthed children, who has a known portal between my legs of these things, I also understand the power that I hold as a woman. I also understand the dynamic and the relationship of women and humans in general, whether or not we you know
Listen,
uh,
you're saying a lot of things. One minute you say we don't need men, and the next you I don't know if
Yeah, well, we
you're saying a
don't.
lot
I
of
mean,
things.
physiologically, like if you want to look at like studies, we
Is any
don't
of your
actually
children
need
by
men.
mice? Since you said
I'm
that,
saying that that was the initial study. There was never some like bestiality thing that you're trying to like to put on me about
Well,
like
it
mice
is.
things.
It's
It
mice
is.
No,
semen.
I'm just saying that like
Mice are animals.
physiologically with
You
studies
wouldn't have
science
brought
that
that
we
point up
don't
if there
actually
wasn't
fucking
something
need
that
men
correlated with you.
to reproduce. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, so
What,
let me ask you
but
this.
what
Let
I'm
me hold
also,
on,
no,
Hannah.
let me
Hold on,
actually finish
Hannah.
what I'm
Hold
saying.
on.
Let me actually
Let me
finish what I'm
ask you
saying.
what your
Let me
purpose in
actually
bringing.
finish what I'm saying. I am not saying,
I probably
Good
shouldn't let those
Lord.
shenanigans go on that
See,
long.
can I say something, Stacy? This is why our BWs are in trouble. This right here.
exactly.
Hannah, on here
hey,
is
I'm
never, I
listening.
never lead
I'm
people to
trying to
believe that they run
listen.
this show.
I understand. I'm gonna
And you're
listen.
coming up here doing it again. It's crazy that the same thing that got you booted off the first time was your initial thing that you started with when you came back up here. I don't even lead people to believe that they run this show. So you can't yell over me. You can't do any of those things.
Understand? Understand? I'm listening. I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to
So
understand
I
where
was
you're
trying
coming
to
from.
ask you,
Yes.
what was the purpose of you bringing up that study?
I think
I
that's
know what it was.
I
I
think
just want to see if you're going to admit it.
Sure. I think that's a great question. And I think that the purpose for me bringing up that study was just to amplify the understanding of like respecting of women in general.
To
That,
say we don't need men?
well, it's
That's
not,
so you
it's
have to
not,
garner respect for women through disrespecting men.
it's not
Listen,
a matter
let's
of,
be clear. Hold on, let's be clear about this.
no, you're
Your
twisting words.
variability to be able to speak so freely came by way of who?
My own voice.
Now we're going off into foolishness. So
No, you asked me a question. Can I
why
answer it?
if you're going to answer honestly, yes, you
Okay.
weren't petitioning to get freedom of speech. Have you ever done that?
Have I ever petitioned to get freedom of speech?
To get freedom of speech, yes.
Have I ever petitioned?
The freedoms, all of the freedoms and luxuries that you have came by way of men. You didn't petition women to be able to work.
No.
You didn't petition women to be able to have freedom to be able to vote.
No.
You petitioned who?
No. I am not no. I do not get permission from men to speak. And if you are asking me why I brought that up, is because I think that nowadays, when you look at history, every history from the beginning of fucking time, women have been the matriarch. Women have been the sole proprietor of how we govern our world. Okay, how we govern things. Women have been that way, and you can call back to.
Hey, hold on. Can you give me a couple of examples? Can you give me a couple of examples?
Yes, it's true. Examples?
Yes,
Okay.
give me a couple of examples, like
my
the dams
my
that you
heritage
built,
is
like that, the infrastructure. Give me a couple of examples.
My heritage is Anishinaabe. It is Ojibwe. In Ojibwe culture, Native American culture, we have been taught that women were the proprietors of how we govern our world.
I don't need you to dance around anything. If you ask me the question I'm asking you, I'll go endlessly. Now I'm asking you this. Name the things. Listen, that thing that you're doing is not going to work up here. I'll boot you off and block you.
I'll listen.
If you're going to make a statement, you're going to have to back it up.
You have to let me.
If women have been the power behind this society, I need you to name me the things that you did to create this, to create some civilization.
Name things that I did to create civilization. I didn't create anything.
You said that women have been the matriarchal power, but
yes,
you not even know what you said.
They have.
So tell me what you did.
Okay, so I want to go back to like Egyptian times even.
Listen, if you're not going to answer me, I'm going to boot you off. You're making statements, you got to stand on.
You're not letting me speak.
You're not
you
making
keep telling
any
long
sense.
stories. If you ask me that question, I'll say we build skyscrapers, we build dams, we cage great white sharks. I'll tell you all of the things that men have done to establish this society. Now, when you make a claim that women did, I need you to back it up.
I'm going back beyond skyscrapers. When you look at like Egyptian cultures, when you look at Anishinaabe cultures, when you look at a lot of cultures that first started, women were matriarchal. It was a matriarchal
And what
society.
did you do?
What did I do specifically?
You said you built.
What are you asking me?
You got to be able to tell me something to make a statement like that. Tell me you built the pyramids. What did you do?
I didn't build fucking pyramids like me.
What did the women do? You said the matriarch was the power behind civilization. Now, I'm not knocking you. I'm telling you to tell me how, because I can tell you how.
Okay, so you're not letting me fully finish my sentence before I'm telling you.
You're not saying anything. I need answers. I don't need long stories about your heritage.
Anishinaabe had reverence for women and how they chose to run their societies. Women were matriarchal.
Ma'am, are you really not going to answer me?
Like, educate yourself, dude. Like, this is society. Like, this is
no. She needs to go. You need to go to them broken black women's lives. They want you over there. You know where they got the bonnets on and their nails is real long and they all in the camera, laying in the bed with the blanket on. You need to go over there with them.
I need you to know
they want
you made a statement that you can't back up. So I'm going to give you one more chance. If you ask me the question I just asked you, I could name endless things. Like, for one, this platform that me and you are talking on right now.
Y'all not letting me
So for you make a statement that powerful, you need to be able to say at least some of the things that you put in place that we can't live without.
No. You're trying to put a square in the circle.
To be quiet. I need everybody to be quiet. She said, I'm trying. Now I want to show you guys something. She said she's been trying to answer me. I'm going to give you the floor. And I want you to tell me. You said the matriarch was the power behind the society. I'm going to give you the floor without interrupting you. And I want you to tell me what you guys did to build these countries.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And I want to like approach this like very respectfully as well to all people involved in this situation.
Ma'am, can you just answer the question, ma'am?
I'm about to. So what I was saying was, like, women as matriarchal societies believed in animism. Animism being the belief in everything being spiritual, you know, everything being that we are portals. Women,
Are you
work
listening to
the
yourself?
forefront.
What did you do to build these countries? I'm asking you a simple question.
All right, y'all, I'm done, man. Y'all are being like so
That's just another way
disrespectful
of
and
saying I don't
so.
know. That means you've been
No, it's
taught things that you
not.
don't even
You
know
are
what you've been
over
taught.
talking me and you're not really asking me. You want to
I'm
ask
going
and
to
then you
ask you
fucking interrupt
again.
me the
What
3
countries
seconds
did you
into
Wow.
build?
the conversation. You're asking me and then you interrupt me.
You're not saying
I
anything
don't need
of
your
this
Damn,
long
sure
drawn
particular
ain't.
up
title.
stories.
You interject yourself in a
Give her a
space where
moment,
you
sir.
don't
Your people
belong.
in the fucking chat are going, listen. Just listen for a fucking second. Just
The next
listen.
time you curse at me, I'm going to block you. Your
I'm not.
Thank
mouth is
you.
ignorant. You don't even behave like a woman. And you wouldn't do that to
Oh
me if you
my
were in
God,
person and
don't
you
even
know it.
tell me, bitch. I got a portal between my legs. You want to
Oh my
come at me with
God.
a fucking man attitude?
This
Understand
is a
that I
demon. This
have
you got a
Hey,
demon
hold on,
on
always,
here, right?
this shit was always matriarchal. You coming up on this shit with your fucking headphones, trying to interrupt me, asking me questions, trying to demean this shit. Fuck you, dude. Seriously,
Mm-hmm.
fuck you. I'm out. I'm out. I don't give a
There
shit.
you go.
I've been trying to
There
fucking
you go.
listen. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck you.
That's right.
No, I'm
That's
down.
right.
I'm out. I'm out. Have
There you
fun
go.
with your little fucking headphones. Good luck,
There you
bitch.
go.
Good night.
There you go. There you go. That's
There
what I
you
wanted.
go.